rules for the start of this series. Even though the rules are going to change, they're up on screen. Pause if you need to, but I'll be going through it as I set everything up, because I probably still don't need to set that up right there, but it is what it is. But I did a lot of things behind the scenes, so what the rules you see are prone to change depending on how long the series lasts. If you want more, I'll explain it near the end of this video, or I should explain, but yeah, for the most part, you just have to believe me. At least the rules that you saw are going to be true. This is going to be my second recording, because when I recorded the first time, I realized I made a mistake. And that would not have been great, so I'm going to go with nearly the same setup, though, and hopefully I don't mess up this time, which was unfortunate because I had a Kana run, and it was really, really good. And, well, I still looked like I could have died, but it did look really, really good. No strength check, but I do have both second checks near the end. Everything else is going to be low. What do I get this? I get the empty bottle. And I think I'm going to take funds. I think I'm still going to grab a weapon regardless if I have to throw away every slot A item. But Akamanto, Bulletin, Eel, Sailors, Coma. We're going to go Eels. I literally near the same this time. If you want to see the run that was cut, I'll probably throw it up on my Patreon. But otherwise, yeah, it's going to be really 50-50. Good. So yeah, it's just really painful because I could have... It could have done me a very good to keep that run. I probably could have survived, but like I said, in hindsight, when I think about it now, it still didn't look quite as good. Yeah, let's tree twice, and let's get a weapon. I was hoping that maybe I ran into Burning Man in the seaside, but that didn't happen. So we're gonna buy a weapon. Because then at least that can circumvent the rules that I'm under. Because when I have to throw away all slot, actually no, that doesn't even mean anything. Because those items you improvise are slot A anyway. Whoops. I mean, I still could have used it for damage, but also I'm planning not to. I said it in the last recording, but if you're never gonna watch that one, I'll say it now. I'm mostly going to make things harder for myself, so when I store or discard things, the plan is not to use them again, but of course, I'll probably go into storage to take things out if they're not affected by the rules. Or that's the thought, anyway. We'll see what I actually do. Yeah, so Seaside again, Kana's going to disappear. I would like to have run into something before Kana disappeared, but it's too late now. I could drink the bottle of water, but oh nice. Just more reason loss, why not? And I need to remember when I level up not to take character perks, because under this series, that's a global rule of the series, you cannot take any character perks. You must take a generic perk, and all perks always must be enabled, so to kind of make it worse. So you might be asked, what happens if I level up and there are only character perks? Well, re-roll until you find a generic perk. And if you die to Doom that way, or you fail the challenge because you have to keep rolling, well, yeah, you failed the run. So that's how I'm going to treat it for myself. So I also, Doom must be under 60% before the end of the fourth mystery. You could theoretically, I'm not going to go that hard and say, because I've seen people beat, they ended the second mystery with over 70% Doom, and it's nice when you can survive that run. You feel real good. Still, though, that's not great, but still, though, I wouldn't rely on surviving every single run where your second mystery is above 70%. So, therefore, I'm not going to make a challenge like that. If it's too much RNG, I usually won't make a challenge like that. I say as I've made challenges and are making challenges that kind of are RNG when you really look at them. But in World of Horror, what part of it isn't RNG, I guess, if you were really to look at it? Aside from, you can strategize all you want, but, I mean, if RNG decides to fail you on, like, 90% of your stat checks, even though you're not on ill-fated, then, you failed 90% of your stat checks. So... Akamanto here, on the other hand. I hope I get a better one. This is going to be like 25%-ish. Yeah, let's just leave. That one is nice. Like, so that was one of the... I know that's one of the events. It's a knowledge check, but there are more than a few knowledge checks that decrease your Doom directly. So if you are working with the knowledge character... And that's why I see people talk about characters like Kyrie or Mimi in really high regard, because knowledge is very valuable for passing those specific skill checks or stat checks where your doom will decrease by like 3 or 4 or 5. I don't know if there's one by 5 if it's not a holy candle, but you get what I mean. So thankfully I have Kana, and while still being buffed by a Thotu. Theoretically, because I'm on a Thotu, I could just go kick only, but I'm on Harbinger, so I'm not saying you can't. There are people who pride themselves on doing kick only runs, but under the rule sets I'm given, yes, I'm on a Thotu, but so 55, or do I want? Because I can still miss one. 95, 85 into 65 is probably just as worse. And she's going to bite me. Well, let's hope. Gosh dang it. She's also a vampire-type enemy, so she's draining my health. That said, I think... no, because it's Crowbar. If I had Monkey Wrench, I'd be able to kill her, but no. So, I think I'm going to kick her, for sure. Yeah, kick is the guaranteed here, because my strength's still at 5. Which means I can't fit anything that I probably would have wanted to. And even if she drains health here, I should be able to Desperation her to death. I do have Akamanto, so... Oh, really? Well... Oh, that's going to be interesting. Do I gamble on this? 85%! 15% chance to miss, I was about to say. Also, we can use... We're going to pop this Occult Diary immediately, because I don't want to have to throw away my weapons before bad things happen. Okay, so now we're going to level up. We have to take a generic perk, so we have to re-roll this. None of these are generic. I don't think... Yeah, Anatomy class is a Mimi perk. Oh my goodness, this is really bad. Oh my goodness, immediate... I think Outdoorsman is generic, thankfully, but that doesn't change the fact that I just lost a whole bunch of Doom. I also now have to throw away my Crowbar, which means I have to find more funds. So that's going to be that. Holes, I'm probably going to pop in here, get the painkillers just to sell them. And then buy my next weapon with it. Mind you, I have to... My Doom must be under 80% at all times. And do I get another Crowbar, or do I just go for prep attack, prep attack? Probably not, all things considered. Can I even fit it? I think I can, yeah. 6 strength, I can definitely do prep attack, prep attack. The question is if I want to against Akamanto. Probably going to be a hard no. I can't brace with the shovel, it's too slow, so we're just going to try Crowbar again. I don't like what I'm about to run into. But... I really wanted to pass that stat check. Well, I know I'm gonna need to rest twice. There's no argument about that. 39% Doom on my second mystery is still workable. It's just gonna still be bad. If I didn't need to take generic perks, maybe. These two also could give me good stuff, but I'm just gonna do the guaranteed library book. Yeah, that didn't do much for me. Gosh dang it. Well, we're going to take this fight as it is. I think I can brace into an attack. The question is how high is my accuracy? 80%? You know what? Good enough. Because if I didn't have Kana and it was just a Thotu, he'd be doing 4 all, which means I have no chance. I need all of these to hit, though. Okay, good. What can I do now? If I is dodge my last option? It might be my last option. I could also throw the Crowbar after doing desperate. No, would that even be enough? I'd have to throw the empty bottle, that's for sure. I can get out now. Why does it do so much damage? Oh, I think does Thotu buff that too? I completely forgot. But I should get out here. This should do 14. No! Rules for this next run is on screen right now. Pause if you need to, and I'll get right into it. I'm looking at the rules myself, so just to make sure I don't mess up a recording. But we're gonna be Mimi Yogathag, Mimi Yogathag, Mimi Yogathag. And what was it? 7th curse? I think I was 7th curse for this one. That, again, that in the timeline are always random, but the rules are tied to the character and the god that I am. So, yeah, all perks unlocked, timeline B again, and where you got that Harbinger, of course. But we'll see. Oh, goodness. So, I'll go through it in case you didn't want to look as well, but I have to discard the scalpel immediately, so that's easy. And then hospital always must be enabled here. Not that, I mean, you could disable it, but yeah. But it has to be enabled because I have to visit it at least 3 times, and each time that I visit it during those 3 times, I have to buy an item. So yeah, so second mystery, second encounter, charisma, strength, knowledge. You know what? We're gonna go knowledge. Yeah, we're gonna go knowledge. We're gonna try to get a ritual dagger, because at least I don't have to throw away my weapon like I was for Miku. Actual nurse. Get my 5 experience. Let's see. Also, since the World of a Harbinger challenge, I can finally select my mysteries freely. Not that it'll save me, but, you know, it would help. Do I want to leave bosses for last? You know what, let's go in the reverse. Let's leave bosses for last, which means they're going to do extra damage and have a boatload of HP, even 3 or 4 HP, depending on when I take them, but still. And also we're on 7th curse, so no allies. That does mean I can get Ritual Dagger immediately. Thank you for giving it to me immediately. And we'll go on. During those 10-second snapshot videos, I've had to visit like Cult Shop 5 times before it would show Occult Dagger once, which is kind of but nice knowledge check failure. I like failing knowledge checks. Would have 8 knowledge. Everyone, can I rant about that for a moment? A lot of other players that I happen to watch who play World of Horror, they have their stats at like 7 or 8. And it's like, yeah, well, obviously, because you have a higher chance of passing those stat checks. And they always pass them. But me, 9 knowledge, 10 strength, doesn't matter. Roll 12. So, feels really bad, man. Also, stamina must be lower than reason by the end of the playthrough. So, if I basically have to finesse it myself. If my stamina's too high, then obviously I just fail immediately. So that's that. Also, on my Patreon, I think I was asking if people wanted to see me start playing mod packs. Again, it was always open to me. I always wanted to, but I never... If I'm going to be playing it, I'm not going to play it on my own. I might as well record and share the experience. So, you know what? Yeah, let's just get out of here for -1 stamina. Start working on my stamina while my reason is still high, and then I can figure out. Still, yeah, we want to do this, don't we? We want to investigate this forest. Yes, Yogathag's looking at us, and my doom is rising to 28%. But I have Monument. It's fine, I say, as I fail to win still. That said, oh goodness, my left mouse button. I switched the mouse buttons on my, I switched the mouse button because they don't work, basically. The left mouse button is kind of busted on the mouse that I'm currently using, so... please let me hit this again. Okay. I should be able to do this, yeah. Give me reason! No! Ritual Dagger! There's been a lot of change. It's kind of weird. I look online in the community, and I try to figure out what, I didn't investigate forest twice. Oh, no, I did. That's why I have the forest note. So I'm looking at different strats, mainly sometimes for challenges. A lot of times I just come up with challenges on my own, just to kind of challenge myself, obviously. But, you know, it is what it is. I don't blame that my human error is still causing me to, fail a large majority of my runs. I think my win-loss ratio is not in Win's favor. I'll say that much, I know for sure. But, I mean, it's still gonna be a learning process, and if you're watching me, it's likely not for efficient gameplay, that's for sure. Footage or botanist? Let's go botanist. 32% doom. Please ask for stamina. Okay, cool. Please ask for stamina. 1 funds. Alright, well, we're gonna let that fly for a moment. Gosh dang it. And I have to keep reminding myself the global rule, I cannot take any character perks, I must take generic perks. Yes, having all perks enabled makes that harder, but... Yeah, so now that, yeah, now with that, prep attack won't allow me to kill her. Still, though, it will allow me to... Yeah, I don't mind taking the stamina damage. I can brace next turn, kick her. Or I could just go all in by attacking 3 times, but I hate RNG like that, so... Because RNG doesn't play out. RNG does play out in my favor when I want it to, just in real life standards, but in this specific instance, I'm not going to rely on it. Now I have to take a generic perk. These are not generic, so keep going on. Folklore Studies. Yeah, that's the only one I can take. And let's go. Let's start building into a stat. Let's use that strat. Normally, I just like to heal, but... yeah, normally I just like to heal, but, I mean, it's really good, especially since I got Folklore, so now I have 10 knowledge. So yeah, I should feel confident in passing knowledge checks. And if I fail, like, 3 knowledge checks, then I'm just gonna call it bad RNG. Because it is. If the game ties with you, you don't pass the skill check as well, so... Oh, nice! What was I just talking about? I was just talking about how nice 10 knowledge. Anyone else who was playing World of Horror probably would have passed that. Not me, though. Why would it? And yeah, you can look at the threat level and say, well, it's because of the threat level. That's not what I see when I watch other. Other people are better than me because their RNG is better than mine. Gosh dang it. Why? Why, Pantstas? Why is their RNG so perfect? This should... Apparently that works, but, I mean... I'm just gonna take this 2 stamina damage. I'm so out of it right now. I can't believe I failed that stat check. What were the odds on that? Like less than 20% for sure, but that was perception. For some reason I still can't remember the events, obviously, but oh my goodness. Oh, the damage. Am I even gonna get out of here in time? Oh wow, I passed that knowledge check. But it rolled a 3 plus 1, so did I really pass it if it just rolls lower than me? I'm ranting at this point, but please tell me that I don't deserve to, or not, tell me that I'm not, it's unreasonable for me to rant about that. Both things, anyway. Because if I was Haru, I still would have passed that, unless I had like 2 stacks of brain damage curse or injury, so, no, that's a curse for whatever reason, but... You know, whatever, just take the game. I will, like, it is part of the math. I will be passing stat checks, knowledge stat checks, but I'm just saying, if I fail another knowledge check and die because of it, I'm just saying, so. Yeah, let's keep going with my little strat of leaving I should actually, I might have wanted to take bosses first, but it's too late now. Also, you got that keeps getting angry, but he's the least of my worries, I say, as I proceed to lose 3 stamina for funds. Probably shouldn't have done that. Probably should have traded Doom instead, but... we'll see. Hey, let's go coffee. I have to take a generic perk here as well. Quick thinking. At least I got one immediately. We do have to heal stamina, though. Otherwise, I would... stack into knowledge, because aside from a nat 12, the game I shouldn't lose, so... Or I could just get reason taken away, now we're stuck in this forest, and now I might die. But let's find out. Oh yeah, strength. Rolled an 11, so... Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that I... Gosh dang it. So by the way, a link to how the rules of this series work should be in the description below. I do have a Patreon, so do support me. Otherwise, subscribe would be a long-term support, or like and comment, or give suggestions as to challenges you'd like me to play, and yeah, I will take them. I do take them into consideration. I've done more than a few. But anyways, thank you for watching, Jared and MML.